Okay people, we are in a state of uh-oh, I've got a mess, it's everywhere, we're under construction. So it is delaying a few things, but today we're going to talk about...
Here are some results from the web.
Lighting. Okay guys, so when you're looking at lighting, and I've tried tons of different lights. There is your natural light, of course, that you would use from your just LED bulbs in your ceiling light, which can light the room up pretty decent, and that's how this room is lit right now. Now this is a small room. I could probably get away with it, technically, but it's not optimum. And what I mean by that is, I got no control over the lights, I got no control over the bulbs. Maybe if I had some different hue or something remote control, maybe, but it's still not the right way to do things. And there are numerous things that I've tried, of course, like for example, I started off with this LED light here, which has different filters that go in the front, and it does a good job, but it's just like having a straight LED beam hitting you in the face. And you technically can kind of feel it, it's kind of weird, but it works when you need something different. So for example, if I want something to point at the wall, shoot at the wall, or shoot up, or shoot at a green screen, this little guy here definitely steps into play. And tripod mountable and so on. Then of course, there's the newer studio lights that I have. I have one over here that I run in the studio all the time, and I have this one here that was in my game room because my game room is very dark, and when I do need to do any type of little bit of filming there, definitely need something with some brightness. Now again, the problem with the newer panel, which is still not a big, huge problem, but what the biggest focus is, they're just a bunch of LEDs, like 600 LEDs or 602 LEDs in it, going across and down and whatever, and you can change the hues, the brightness, and so on, and it's not a bad light, and with these deflectors, you can actually deflect your light pretty decently, but it's still LEDs coming straight at you. And then you have the ring light idea. Now the ring light idea has actually been pretty solid for me, because the ring light, it's a different type of light. It has this plastic ring around it which is diffusing the light a bit, and what that does for me, it does give me a bit of that ambient light that I need to not make me look so horrible or shiny or what, but I still have a huge problem. So that's where the Godox LED P260C decided to step in. So I tried numerous lights, as you can see. I've been at this for over 2 years, trying to figure out my lighting. I still got to figure out audio. I still have some audio issues. I still got to figure out the three big things, I guess, is your camera, figured out. My 4K camera from Sony, amazing. Lighting, still trying to figure it out. May have solved it, but we're still trying to figure it out. And I want you guys to be the judge. Does this change things? Now, I also have tried the soft boxes. So the big, cloth box with the deflector, the diffuser, and I put them away. Why? They're too damn big. You see, they're just massive. I bought them with some kits when I was doing green screen a lot, and they work well. Not quite well enough, but they do diffuse lighting. Now, what these three here lack is that diffuser. Technically, this one diffuses a little bit. I got to give this one some credit where credit is due, but what they lack is being a softbox replacement. Now, the Godox, here the LED P260C, changes things a little, as it is a softbox, not just an LED light. Why I say that is, the lights are actually up in here, going around, but aimed this way, into the screen, into this diffuser, not out. Now, looking at it directly, it still kind of looks like it definitely is. So as when I turn it on here, you can see that it actually does look like there's a pile of LEDs. But if you look at it carefully, and the brightness ring, you'll see that the brightness is mostly here, which is diffusing. Look at the different panels. I'm going to put 3 panels to the test, and that is going to be the Godox, the ring light, and the newer Studio LED panel. Now, the newer Studio LED panel was a great deal, and I'll explain. It can also take batteries in the back and become a completely portable unit, self-sustained and not needing to be plugged in. So for example, if I'm outdoors, I have a couple tripod ones because I bought a 2-pack. Yes, maybe a little bit more expensive than one of the Godox's, but you get that beautiful feature. You get 2 tripods and the light. Now, that being said, the Godox uses the exact same batteries. They are Sony batteries. Basically, Newer sells them under the Newer badge. Those batteries will go in the Godox as well, so now the Godox has the same versatility as my Newer lights, and I already have other tripods from other units, so that was not a deciding factor by any means. It comes down to what will work. So right now the room is lit only with the actual lighting from the LED bulbs that are in the room. The natural white, I guess, daylight hue that I put in there to make this room as, I guess, white, natural daylight color as possible. So now you have that to look at right now. So daylight, room lights. We are lit with the ring light. Now the ring light has been one of my favorites right now, and as you can see, as the camera adjusted to it, it actually adjusted the tones. Now that is a natural thing that my camera will do to try and correct any lighting whatsoever, which is really nice in the camera because it is a higher end camera. It allows more light in that is around. Now the lights are beside the camera, so nothing's behind the camera and nothing is behind me. All lights are kind of in the same area, so we know the effect that we're going to get. You're probably hearing my dog bark. I apologize. He's a really big dog. Yeah. I seen a meme the other day my wife sent me, and it was a German Shepherd. Mine's a King Shepherd, and he's only 10 months old, and he's 120 pounds. And this dog was sitting there, and I guess an intruder kicked the door down, and the dog was sitting there, and it said, "That lock wasn't there for my protection. That door was locked for yours." Alright, so one other thing I should check with this, because it has the features, is the capability of changing its tones. So we have this. Now this might be good, maybe webcamming or something, doing a live stream. And there's different hues and different brightness controls, which is very nice. Now all these lights technically sport this type of feature, so that is one good thing about it. Now the ring light is definitely going to be the cheapest. I think the ring light was roughly about the $70-$80 mark, maybe $69.99, somewhere around there. Anyway, it will be in my Amazon affiliate selling store if you are looking for it, and I will put pointers to all of this in that store so that you can actually pick it up if whichever you like and you want to go with. And if you're on a budget, not one of these lights are really going to fail you as such. Now we're going to find out what the Newer panel is like. Just one, not two. It does come, I did buy it in a pair, but we were looking at definitely over $200. So now that is, check that and see what you guys think of that. Okay, so now we're definitely lit. We are lit with the Newer LED panel. Now I'm going to do some adjustments, but right now this is like basically out of the box. This is how I have it when I'm in the game room, for the simple reason I need as much light as possible in there because there is absolutely no light. It's a very dark room. There's no pot lights, there's no lamps, there's no nothing. It's a fairly big room to try and light. This panel does a decent job in that aspect, but usually I shoot it. It's shooting up a little bit, and that is basically so you don't completely wash yourself out. So I'm going to adjust the tone. So what I've done now is I've made it probably a little bit more of a white light over the yellow light, and I've turned down the basically the kilowatt, the power going out to the lights are definitely dumped down. So let me know what you think. This is the Newer panel, and again, the Newer panel, like I said, you can adjust the shutters. So for example, I can definitely take some light out by doing this, just by tipping up one of the panels. You can see that it's already grayed me out a little here, and that is kind of neat. So if I walk up and I decide that I want more, I could just tip it down a bit, and you can see that I've lit it up a little bit. So that's one nice thing about the quick panel shutter control, and that's what you see in a lot of studios because it's so easy to adjust the panels as we move forward. So this is the Newer panel. We've already done the ring light. Now we're going to go over to the Godox, and we're going to see how it performs. And I've already adjusted it, I think, where I would believe it's the perfect, I don't know if perfect, because I'm not a lighting expert, and I want you guys to understand that. Please, when you look at a review, check out other reviews, because just one reviewer, I could do something completely wrong or the opposite from another, and you may get something really cool out of this video and then get something really neat about somebody else's part in the video, put the two together and go, that is definitely the light that I want, and go from there. So I'll have definitely the parts down below so you can actually go check each one out if you find other reviewers and so on. I never did review the newer light, which was really sad, but it is added to my Amazon affiliate store. So now we're going to go over to the Godox and let's see how that pans out. So I have it actually turned down 39% at 5600, I guess they're going to call it kilowatts. I'm not sure exactly if that's what that is. And this light, I can look straight at it and it's not overwhelming, where that's the softbox effect, right? Whereas the ring light, if I look straight at it, it's got a bit of diffusing going on, but not, I don't want to look at it. The newer, I definitely don't want to look at it. You got LEDs just piercing your eyeballs, and if it's next to your camera like it is now, it can be a little overbearing, whereas while you tip it up a little, to not get totally washed out. Now I'm also noticing I probably have my light in the wrong area, because it's the one that's furthest over, so you're getting some dark spots here. Now that's another thing where two panels are usually the right idea in most cases, where I would have one over here, both cranked down to probably about 39%, because I feel that this is where I should be, and then I can be completely where I want to be and how I want to look. And when you guys look at me, I look so pretty, right? I don't know. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn it up a bit so you can get that feel as well. So I'm just going to do it from the knob. It's much faster. Almost doubled it. We're at 69%. So I just wanted to give you, because I did do some brighter and lower lighting on the others, I wanted you to see that. Now at 69 or 68%, I'm still able to look at this light. Now a camera lens would probably go, holy crap, that's a lot of light. But it doesn't bother me. It's very easy on the eyes, and that is because it's diffusing the light, not actually pointing it at you. So it's diffusing it, giving you hopefully better color tones. We'll find that out. Again, that is up to you to decide. These are the three lights that I choose to, well, two lights that I chose to put against the Godox. I personally think the Godox is a go-to product. I find that for the price, just under $200 with the remote control, so us as streamers slash videographers or whatever we're doing, we can adjust this. It does come with a desk mount, which is really cool. So the desk mount can be adjusted to probably go about this high, and on a desk, as you can see, that's high enough. So it kind of, I guess it would be an Elgato panel replacement. Like if you're going to go as an equivalent attack, I would guess the Elgato panels would be the ballpark that this would compete with at a much cheaper price tag, as I think the Elgato panels are definitely probably $100 or more per panel versus this. Do they have more control? Maybe. Is it necessary? I don't think so. So if I had two of these panels, which is what I think I'm going to do, or maybe Godox makes another really cool type of panel that I'm really going to be interested in. I do like this panel. I would like to have two of them in my new setup, as this whole entire studio is getting revamped. I know I did it not that long ago, but I'm just not happy. So until I'm happy, I'm just going to keep doing it. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So anyway, guys, this is my overall take and review, I guess, of the Godox LED P260C. I think that the Godox, in my opinion, is definitely a true winner here for its price performance. The portability is still there, like the newer light. In fact, using the same parts as the newer, and I think there's even a newer branded Godox panel. They kind of look the same. I've been looking into it, and that's really cool. That just goes to tell me that if Newer is technically going to put their name behind something like this, then I believe Godox has definitely got something going for them for sure. So guys, I will leave a link to the Godox LED P260C down below. And if you're looking for something that is not going to break the bank, and maybe you're just a streamer and you need some light for your camera and you like your darkness around you everywhere else, maybe you are a complete YouTuber and you know, or studiographer or whatever, or you're just looking for some panels to get the job done. Now, what I'm just going to do quickly is I'm going to add my light to the light just to see. So now the light is on again and that panel is on and so on. So I mean, there are ways, of course, to brighten things up more. As you can see, shadowing is definitely disappearing behind there due to the overhead light, which is kind of nice. But anyway, guys, again, I am not a professional. I don't pretend to be a professional. Don't look at this video and go, oh my God, I said that this is the right lighting for everybody. I do not know that. I just know that it looks like it's definitely going in the right direction for what I need. So guys, thank you for sitting through this review. I hope that I've helped you out. Lighting is very important as a YouTuber. I'm trying to figure it out just like anybody else. You got your three big things. Camera, audio. I would say audio first. Audio is probably one of your biggest things, and I'm still fighting with that a little. I want to be using my wireless microphone. I got to figure out the adjustments I need to be doing that instead of the mic boom from Mano that's on my Sony camera right now. These are things that I'm still trying to fight. These are things I'm still trying to understand. And I am not a professional, as I said before, but I will do my best to help. I will do my best to answer your comments below. If you have any questions about any of these three lights, please comment below. I am here to answer whatever I can. And if I can't answer it, I will try and find someone who can, or I will try and look it up for you. I will do my best to keep you guys rolling the way you need to be going. So guys, thank you for watching. Till next time. Thank you for putting up with me and looking at the Godox softbox LED light, which I think is pretty brilliant. The design is beautiful. Anyway, it's game over, guys.